It's time again for Wonder Wins presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick. Sunrisers Hyderabad, can they bounce back after a crushing defeat against the Rajasthan Royals? In front of them, the Lucknow Super Giants, who registered their first win ever in the IPL. Let's see what Wasim Jaffer makes of this team. Now, I'm hoping that for our fantasy viewers, you help give them some direction, Wasim, because right now, after one game, we feel like we must have more Lucknow players in our team because we're not very confident about the Sunrisers.
They have. I mean, Sunrisers have some good players. They need to come good. Players like Puran, Markram, Kane Williamson, so even Natarajan. They've got some very good players, Washington Sundar. They just need to come good. Everything has to click for them to, have a good day. So I'm expecting they do that in the next game itself.
All right, Wasim Jaffer's already given us 4 names from the Sunrisers. If you're so inclined to go Lucknow Super Giants heavy in your team, then you'll still have to balance it out 7-4. Remember, you can pick a maximum of 7 players in any given contest. Other than that, on Wonder Wins, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batters, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You'll see every player's individual credit value listed on Wonder Wins. Let's go to our topics. Rahul, we're backing him to come good after he got some runs in the last game, and he should carry that form through, given how Rahul is so consistent when it comes to the IPL. Ravi Bishnoi as vice captain looks excellent when Rahul throws the ball to him, got key wickets when his captain needed it. And of course, if you look at how all the bowlers went in the last game against CSK, he got 2 for 24 in what was, of course, a game which saw over 400 runs scored. Captains give you double the points, vice captains 1.5 times, so pick them very carefully. We've gone for Rahul and Bishnoi. Kane Williamson features in our top picks. A lot is dependent and expected out of Kane Williamson for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and we're expecting him to come good even after he had that one failure against the Rajasthan Royals. Jason Holder is now available. Will he walk straight into this team? One would think that he would, and he does have the knack of starting IPL seasons with a bang. So we've gone with Rahul as captain, Bishnoi as vice captain, and Ken Williamson and Jason Holder, of course, against the Sunrisers for Lucknow Super Giants in our top picks. What do you make of those top picks, Wasim?
They do look good, Ronak, but Quinton de Kock is one guy I would like to put in there. He got runs in the last game. Keeper, he can give you points behind the wicket as well, and when he's on good song, there's bowling wise, they haven't got any spinner who can trouble them. They're all finger spinners. So I would think about Quinton de Kock, putting into that top 4.
Interesting. Let's see if we find room for de Kock. Of course, we know can be destructive on his day. First, our differential picks: Deepak Hooda and Umran Malik. Deepak Hooda seems to be given the confidence to bat higher now than the likes of Krunal Pandya and Ayush Badoni in that Lucknow side. And he has been the highest fantasy points aggregator in LSG's first 2 games. With bat, with ball, in the field, can get you some points. Can Deepak Hooda. Umran Malik, the 22-year-old pace sensation from Jammu Kashmir, extremely impressive since he got a few appearances for Sunrisers last season, and he looked strong, he looked fast in that game against Rajasthan Royals. Looking at our full team, no room for Quinton de Kock. So Rahul is captain, Nicholas Puran is there, Williamson, Lewis, Tripathi and Deepak Hooda. Jason Holder is an all-round option. You've got Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Avesh Khan, Ravi Bishnoi and Umran Malik to wrap up our fantasy team. So, would you still recommend Wasim, Quinton de Kock maybe ahead of a Nicholas Puran in that team?
I think so. I'll be tempted to put, QDK in there. Puran is again a very risky choice, but he can give you points because he's expected to do well. He's got such a lean period in IPL. He got to come good. A lot of it, SRH's fortune depends on him. But I would go with Quinton de Kock and Ayush Badoni. I like that boy. You could send him up at number 4 or 5 when you're 2 down or 3 down early in the innings. He could play that role. He could finish the innings as well, so he can give you points. Those are the 2 actually, things that you can think about.
All right, Wasim Jaffer, thank you very much. He's given you some extra options there. Try and see if you can fit Quinton in your team. Maybe Ayush Badoni too seems to be sky high on confidence. Remember, if you're not happy with how things are going at halftime, you can change things up. Wonder Wins lets you do that. So let's hope you score lots of fantasy points and join us again through the IPL as we give you some expert opinion, analysis, data and tips to build your fantasy teams on Wonder Wins presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick.